Rob, do you know anyone on that Cal roster?
No, I don't. There's a kid down by my area who goes there. I think his name's like Ricky Walker. Don't really know him, but I know he's from the same area.
How exciting is it to get back there and play your last game at Cal, I guess?
Oh man, it's a crazy feeling growing up as a kid. I used to be in that stadium a lot. Used to probably want to play on that team, but yeah, I was in that stadium a lot as a kid, and it's just gonna be real fun to play my last football season there, and it's gonna be great. I can't wait.
Did they recruit you at all?
No, not really. Coming out of high school, I was really under recruited, and I didn't really get to talk to them a lot. Also, they like a lot of SoCal kids too. So that's something wrong with Cal. They don't like getting in their backyard. So that's their problem.
Well, I saw you took a picture with an Oregon player. You seemed like you both had family members. What's it like going home with an undefeated team and playing in front of your family?
Oh man, it's gonna feel like a home game to me. I get so much support from my family back home. It's gonna be exciting for me to be able to go back and see them, and they're all excited to see me play as well. I get a lot of text messages, messages on Facebook and stuff about how excited they are to watch me, and how much they've been keeping up my season. So this is gonna be exciting to go back home. Be able to play in front of all of them.
How many people have contacted you for tickets so far?
Man, I'm trying to get all the tickets right now. I'm trying to get at least 30. I'm probably not gonna be able to make too many people happy, but I'm gonna try to make it work.
Have those text messages increased this season as opposed to last season with how the season has started and the ranking and all the noise around you guys?
With my family, not really. They've been supportive regardless of when, my first year in college when I was at UC Davis. So, coming from my family, none of those have changed. And, from other people, you get, of course, when you start winning and stuff, you get a lot more people, wanting to get interested in talking to you about stuff like that. So, I try to just void it out, and be with the people who stuck with me since the beginning.
You mentioned it feels like a home game for you, but obviously, it is a road game. What is it about the road environment that this team has embraced?
Oh man, we love road games. I feel like it's good to play your best ball on the road game. It's a lot of adversity. That's something that we talk about a lot. Is one thing you're promised is adversity, and with us on the defense as well. Like we don't really mind it. Actually, we kind of enjoy it. Being able to silence a home crowd is probably one of the best feelings as a defense. So, it's just good to embrace it.
Did you feel like after the Boise State game or just during it that it was kind of like a wake-up call for everyone and that knowing that if you guys don't bring your A-plus effort every Saturday, you could get beat?
Definitely, and that's every game, like on defense, we like to focus on the 80, or the whole team, we focus on our 80-20, what we can control, and that's playing our brand of football. Each play, every day, Coach Leach talks about it, in the fourth quarter, play like it was just practice, so that's just how we try to go out, and yeah, that was definitely a wake-up call, but we know what we have to do every week, to get better.
Thinking about Cal a little bit more now, Ross Bowers is a young guy, really seems to have taken command of that offense. What's your first impression of him on film?
He's a great player. He runs that offense like you said. He does a real good job, and it's going to be exciting to go see him this weekend and get to play against him.
And Bo Baldwin's first-year offensive coordinator there now. Do you see any resemblances or similarities between Bowers and what Gage Gruber was able to do to you guys last year?
They're both real good pass throwers, and they like you said, they both run their offense really well. So, similarities and that such is good. Is things that they have in common. And like I said, it's just gonna be exciting to play against them because they both like to throw the ball.
You guys feel like you have an advantage in fall camp, just having a player like Luke Falk that you're practicing against every day?
Oh yeah, definitely. Coach Grants talks to us DBs especially about it all the time. Nobody gets more reps in the pass game than we do, and then we take pride in that. We got to be confident in that. That we go against more pass plays than anybody I think in the nation, and that helps us out extremely. It just helps us gain confidence. To just perfect our craft each and every day.
Do you see any similarities with the Cal offense versus what Eastern Washington was presenting to you a little bit last year? And does it help to be able to draw film from that Eastern Washington game, knowing that the same guy is sort of leading the attacks?
Definitely, they like to spread the ball around. Cows has real great receivers, that they could get the ball to. And then Eastern Washington was the same way. So, it's gonna be exciting, to be able to go back and watch that film from the Eastern Washington game and see the kind of plays and stuff that they like to run, and being able to just play off that and then go into this Cow game with that. But basically, the knowledge of knowing, it's going to be around the same thing with that offense.
What does it mean to be so successful against a team like Oregon? Because when we were talking with Dylan, he said that everybody was talking about how fast they were, and they put up X amount of points, and they move the ball this fast. But you guys pride yourselves on that speed D, and it seems like you were able to win that battle and pretty decisively, especially in the second half.
It's just playing our brand of football each and every day. We don't care who the opponent is. We're going to do what we do. On the defensive side especially, just focusing on us, having disciplined eyes in the backfield, penetrating gaps, getting in the backfield, and being disruptive. That's what we like, how we like to play. Like you said, the speed D. And, we think we can run with anybody. And then, it's just basically just playing our brand of football is the best way I could talk about it.
Does it surprise you that so many players have been able to fill voids in this defense when a player goes out? And that's not to call out anybody who is, next in line, but more so just from a general standpoint that when you have a few injuries, you expect there to be a drop-off, and that hasn't happened.
Well, our coaches do a good job for us to keep it simple. Our defense is simple. And then our guys, they really bought into the system. And, people that aren't starting are, they're focusing on their job as if they were going to start. That's what had to happen. Like players like Jihad, he came in, he's doing his thing. Justice Rogers and Sherm did their thing when they came in last week. So it's guys just, buying in, and the coaches keeping it simple for us, straight into the ball. You can't go wrong with that. Getting takeaways, buy into that, and, just the bottom line of what we do as a defense.
You guys just did the short week thing with USC a couple weeks ago. You're doing it again. What's the biggest difference between prepping for a Friday game and a Saturday game?
The biggest difference, just the amount of time you have. You can't really go over your last game as much as we would if we were going to play a Saturday game. So, you got to take that. You got to do that as a player yourself to learn about the mistakes that you made from your last game to help you with the next one. But just the short amount of the time that you have to recover and, get the reps in that you need to get to help prepare for the next team. I think as a player, it's more on you for this for these short weeks to get more film study, to get stay in like if you're hurting, get some rehab, get some treatment. So a lot of it focuses on you, I think, with these short weeks.
When did you guys first create your identity as a group, secondary-wise, the Hot Boy identity?
Oh, that's something. We had a meeting. In the off season, in the summer, I held a meeting at my house in the off season to bring all the DBs together. And, I thought of something about like how are we going to identify ourselves, coming into this year. Last year, I felt like we didn't have an identity. We didn't really play for each other like we were supposed to last year. And, you look at all the great defenses around the nations, each of them has an identity that they like to identify themselves with. You look over at UW, they got their thing, death row. And then, you look back at Houston a couple years ago when they had a great secondary, they called the Jack Boys. So, we all came together and, we wanted to decide, like, okay, what are we going to call it? Well, what are we going to call ourselves and, how are we going to live to it? And, how are we going to play our brand of football, being pricks and covers. So, we just came up, the Hot Boys. I tell the guys every week, can't be Hot Boys if we don't do Hot Boy stuff. So, that's getting takeaways, being pricks, being mean, being nasty back there, coming up to make tackles, aggressive tackles, and, going to go get the ball.
Is that the main difference between last year and this year is the fact that you guys play for each other? I mean, you guys were good last year as well, but this year it's clear. 6-0. Is that what else stands out? I think,
having a lot of seniors back on the defense helps a lot. The term of raising the bar from last year has been big for us, especially on the defensive side. Just everybody buying in to what we believe in and what our coaches talk about all the time. And, that's just the bottom line, getting things done. So I think that's one of the major differences.
turnovers are such a big part of what, you know, Coach Grinch talks about. You guys got 3 this game. I mean, after a game like that, you know, is there any sort of congratulations on that, or is it just like more?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the Sunday meeting, you know, we'll talk about it, you know, who gets like, you know, we'll bring up all the stats of the game, and, you know, 3 takeaways is a big thing for us. You know, we try to get that every week. Should have been 4, but it's all right. But yeah, we'll congratulate it on Sunday. Coach Grinch congratulates it on Sunday, and then, you know, after Sunday's over, you know, the game's over, and it's time to go get more this upcoming game.
You talked about Cal kind of overlooking the guys in Northern California. I know Jalen's a SoCal guy, and there's a bunch of SoCal, NorCal guys. Is there any friendly banter back and forth between you guys? Any kind of rivalries between the SoCal guys? And
you know, we talk a lot of mess when it comes to, like, you know, high schools and, you know, what's better than SoCal or NorCal. But at the end of the day, we're all on the same team, and we just mess with each other. You know, we'll play around a lot about it. I think it's a lot more SoCal guys on this team than there is NorCal. So, you know, we don't got too many people to help us out. But, you know, we play around about it a lot.
What are your thoughts on the Coach Manning videos, and do you guys have fun with that as much as Manning does on Twitter?
Oh my God, man, that's probably one of the first things I look up when on Twitter that night. It makes me laugh though. You know, it just goes to show how, you know, exciting our coaches are. You know, how close they are to us, and, you know, what it really means to, you know, be the speed D. You know, have fun. I mean, that just shows how good of a coaches we have, and, you know, how much pride they take in it for us.